like trains, kid never spoke a word, not even to his parents, not a single sound was heard. But on the first day of school, the teacher asked his name. All he did was smile as he said, I like trains. I like trains. I like trains. They put him on some rhythm.
Good afternoon, fellow YouTube viewers. Belchy94 for another YouTube video, and today we're going to have a look at the iBook G4. As you can see here, I got this. I don't know if it works yet. I'm waiting for a charger to come, so I'll take a look at the machine. So here it is from the outside. It doesn't look too good on the outside. It's got some gunk on there that needs to be cleaned off. I'll zoom it in. There's the model number. So, according to my iPad, which, oh, I just knocked it over. So the hinge opens up like that. This is what surprised me. This actually looks alright. The screen looks pretty decent for what it is. It's a 14-inch iBook. This is probably one of the later sort of iBooks. According to the iPad, I'm on the Look It Up Max Specs website. So the model A1055 came in the following options. So option 1, this is the base model iBook. It's a 933 megahertz PowerPC 7457 CPU G4. Introduction. So these machines were introduced on the 27th of October 2003, discontinued April 19, 2004. So the base model includes 256 megs of RAM, the 32 megs of VRAM, and 8 times combo drive. And it's common as PowerBook. It's PowerBook 6,3. It's a 14-inch screen, and the base model is the 933 megahertz. Then after that, it's a 1 gigahertz with a 60 gig drive. So it has a bigger hard drive, and obviously higher CPU. And down here, it's another gigahertz, which has the 40 gig drive. So, and it's marked as PowerBook. So these came later on. So this is what replaced them two models. So this is probably this. I believe this is the base model. So this was introduced on the 19th of April 2004. And discontinued about 6 months later. It's a PowerBook 6, so it has the same amount of RAM, but just the 40 gig hard drive, just with that 1 gigahertz. And then the next model is a 1.2 gigahertz PowerPC. So, they have updated CPU. Sorry, so it's the 7447A. So I'm assuming, I don't know if that's better than the 7457, but you wouldn't think so, because it's obviously the 7457 is probably newer, but I honestly don't know how these PowerPC architecture works. So, and then you got the 1.2 gigahertz, which is the same as the other. So it has 256 megs of RAM, obviously a higher CPU, 32 megabyte combo drive, 6 gig hard drive. And then you got, I think this is the top of the line model here, and this is probably the last of this series, probably before I get into Intel. So it's a 1.3 gigahertz. It's the PowerPC 7447A. It has 256 megs of RAM, 60 gig hard drive, and the 1.33 gigahertz. I don't know, and that's all of them in this model. So I'm not sure how this computer is spec'd. So there's the screen, there's the power button, there's your speaker. The keyboard feels alright. Yes, it's got a bit of wear on it, but this actually doesn't look too bad. It is a bit dirty. It probably just needs to be a bit cleaned. Definitely the outside needs to be cleaned. But the cool thing about this machine, and for some reason the hinge buttons, yeah, so this gets a bit sticky sometimes. So, but I think this is something cool. I'm going to put the camera phone down. Let me. So, if you watch the screen, I want to point it here. Sorry, you watch. There's a magnet in there. Now watch. See that? And it clicks in. And so the port array. So you don't really see Macs with a high variety of ports these days. So this side you've got a Kensington lock. You have a modem. You have Ethernet. This has Firewire 400, 2 USB. I'm not sure if they're 1.1 or 2. There might be 2 at this stage. I believe that's a display port and a headphone jack. I think this is just a fan for the heatsink and the CPU. On this side you get the combo drive, and the port that looks like sort of like an AV input for a TV is your charging port. And then there's the back with more cooling. I'll flip it over. It is a bit of a mess. To let you know, the battery is dead. I've pushed this. I don't know if this battery is any good, but there you go. To unlock it, all you need is like a 20 cent piece. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is pause the video. I'm going to give this machine a quick wipe over and see how good, if I can bring it up, and I'll bring you guys back on the camera. But I thought I wanted to start collecting machines, and I don't know if this machine works. So you're going to go on this journey with me with this machine. This is part 1 of this series. I'm going to get a charger. Hopefully when that comes, we'll plug it in, see if it'll run. My plan with this machine is to run PowerPC applications, maybe and sort of clean this machine up and use it for display, part of my collection of Mac machines eventually over time. The reason why I got this machine, because it wasn't known that it was working, but I got it for $45, including so about $50 including shipping and all that. So I'm not going to complain. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work. I noticed this side it is missing 2 of its rubber feet. 2 of the feet here, so I'm assuming they've tried to, whoever owned this machine before, tried to go into it. But if it works, it works. If it works, I'm planning on wanting to put macOS Tiger probably will go on this machine with. Maybe I want to try and see if I can get macOS 9 on this machine as well alongside Tiger. The reason why I don't want to put Leopard on here is because I find Tiger is a bit more stable and probably will work better with the system, with the older hardware, and it'll make, if this machine does support the classic environment, which I highly doubt it will, it might, depending what model it is, we can run macOS in the classic environment through Tiger, and you can run I believe you can run some macOS 9 apps and classic Mac apps on them through Tiger with the classic environment. I'm not sure, but yeah, it'd be cool. And Tiger's probably probably the OS I'd recommend probably for most PowerPC machines that have the right hardware that support it, because it's pretty stable, other than macOS 9 or 8. But hopefully it'd be nice. I do have a Mac Mini 2006 model, which I'm going to keep it and use it as machine to, because it's got a Firewire 400. I can use it to put PowerPCs in disk mode and transfer stuff to them if I need to, if there's an issue with the CD-ROM drive and stuff like that. So that's what that machine will be handling. That's running Snow Leopard. So anyway, I'm going to clean this and I'll get back to you guys. Rightio guys, here I am, sort of back. It looks a bit better. There's like some scratches here, which is what you get with a machine this old. It's being used. I've cleaned around the ports. It doesn't have an expansion slot. I'm assuming which are only probably on the power books. But yeah, this actually looks. It doesn't look, for what I pay for it, it looks alright. But for some reason I can't get that gunk off. It's like sticky. It's like a sticker or something. Some sticky residue or something. Yeah, so I've got no idea. I'll have to get some like alcohol or something to clean that off. I'll have to go to Bunnings and get some like alcohol to clean it. That might remove it, but it'd be nice to see this power up. Hopefully it'll work. We could have a little power PC machine. Yeah. So yes. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now, and hopefully I'll see you in part 2 where the charger will arrive. We'll plug it in together and see if it'll power on. It might be into a Mac OS version. It might not. But let's see if it'll turn on. Rightio guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you next video.